A long car ride, the road seems to never end. It's dull, gray, and everlastingly long. Along the way, there are rough patches, some we can't avoid. And where there's a detour, we don't know which to take. And from there we get lost and wonder if it's the right choice. It's funny how that same feeling can be put onto other things. Well, for me at least. A never-ending school day, where it is dull gray with a mass of unavoidable potholes. And at this point, there's a detour, and I've yet to turn. I was lost from the beginning, so I can't distinguish which is the right way to go. And I'm confined to this space packed with so many people. Are we really in the same boat?
I'm Solanna, and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Caroline, and I'm in 12th grade.
Taylor, 10th grade.
What do you plan on doing after high school?
So after high school, I want to go to college. Don't really know what college. I've casually looked into it, but not seriously.
My current plan is to just go to a two-year college and figure it out.
So I plan on graduating AIT with my CNA license, which is your certified nursing assistant, and I plan on going straight into being that throughout college.
No idea what I'm doing.
I want to major in computer science, maybe. I like computers and stuff, so that'd be cool, yeah.
I'm planning on going to probably Greenville Tech to get my BSN in nursing, and then taking a few years off, seeing how I like it, and then getting my MSN and my PhD in nursing.
Are you 100% confident in this?
Dude, I'm not 100% confident in anything.
No.
I mean, in my family, it's a requirement to go to college, basically. You're not going to be disowned or anything like that, but you'll be treated a lot better, and you'll be respected a lot more if you go to college.
What are some struggles or pressures that you have right now?
Right now would be my grades are and to say I'm behind on my coursework is an understatement.
Struggles would be keeping my grades really high so I can get into my clinicals my senior year. Pressures, more of family-wise, because my parents are kind of forcing me to go to college.
Not to fail at my life.
So do you like high school? We're talking all aspects, so mentally, socially, things like that.
Mentally, no. Socially, yes. Socially, because I get to go hang out with my friends all day. And mentally, no, because it's very mentally exhausting, draining, stressful.
I like it socially when I was still in public school. I like seeing my friends every day, and now that I'm homeschooled, I realize I took that for granted.
High school's okay. I think people give it a lot worse of a reputation than it deserves.
How about mentally? How is it?
Stressful. I don't like it at all. They put so much stress on grades and tests like they're everything.
So are you stressed or worried about your future and how you're gonna get there?
I'm worried about it. I wouldn't say I'm stressed about it. I think I'll get to where I want to be eventually, but I know, who's not worried about their future at our age?
Yes, because I feel like once I get into clinicals or go into nursing school that I'm not gonna know what to do, and it's not really gonna be what I think I'm passionate about anymore.
Oh yeah.
Why is that?
Because even though I have a plan, that plan can easily change. I mean, I could easily fail a 2-year college, and then where am I going to be? I mean, you got to have a plan for plan A or plan C or plan whatever.
Okay, my name's Ben Diver.
My name's Coach Hoffman.
My name is Vanessa Jackson.
So in school, what did you major in?
I had a couple of different majors. I went to, and I didn't finish any of them. I first majored in business at Tech. Then I changed my major to computer graphics technology.
I went to high school was University of the Philippines in Cebu. In college, I went to Cebu Doctors University now. It used to be Cebu Doctors College of Rehabilitative Sciences.
When I went to college, I majored in communications. My focus was video production, and I also have a minor in film.
And what did you want to do at that time? So what was your plan?
I went to school to become a physical therapist.
You know, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I felt like there was a lot of pressure to be something, but I never really knew what that something was going to be, and I never actually found out, honestly.
When I first went to college, I went to college to do sports broadcasting. Not to be a broadcaster, but to work on camera crews for sporting events. But it's really a ton of work and travel, and so I kind of fell out of that pretty quickly and went into the editing side.
What did you actually end up doing?
I was actually a physical therapist for 22 years. Enjoyed it. I found that I really, really enjoyed it. But then life happens, and me and my husband, we decided to homeschool. And so 4 years later, we're still homeschooling.
I'm a civil designer. I design how we use land. A good example would be a subdivision or perhaps a road.
I am currently the media technology and film teacher at the Anderson Institute of Technology.
So did you like high school? We're talking all aspects of it, so mentally or socially and things like that.
No, I did not like high school. High school was a very awkward time.
I actually loved high school. Now, I went to a really small school. In hindsight, what I didn't love about it is so we were so small we didn't have football. We were not very diverse. We were up in the country.
I hated high school with a passion. I had tremendous anxiety with high school. I felt it was a very hostile place.
So what are some negative experiences you had from school?
I never really liked that there were cliques.
I experienced a lot of anxiety. I always felt a tremendous pressure to perform, to be the best that I could be. I never felt that I reached that mark.
Our high school, even though it was not very diverse, was still very cliquey.
Positives that you experienced?
I wouldn't have thought that it was positive at that time, but going through that very awkward stage in high school really does shape who you are, and it makes you, and it really teaches you how to deal with stress.
Positives are it was a small school. I knew everybody. I knew everybody in the entire high school from 9th through 12th grade.
You can see the challenges of high school as being, while you're going through it, it's never fun, but it can also shape you to become a better person, better for college, better for life, having gone through that.
What are some pressures or struggles you had in high
pressures and struggles. You know, a lot of times just finding the niche. I felt so lost most of the time.
My personal struggle was it was hard for me not to compare myself to different people.
Pressures or struggles that I had, externally I would get pressured to date for some reason. And people thought it was weird that me and my friends just wanted to hang out. We didn't really want to waste our time with girls and stuff like that.
So what helped you overcome that? Or did anything help you overcome that?
Thick skin.
You know, I actually never did in high school. I ended up leaving and learning a trade outside of high school. And when I learned the trade, I worked my way up, and that's what I'm doing now.
Were you worried or stressed about your future while you were in high school?
When I was in high school, I did not spend much time thinking about my future. I just sort of always assumed that things would fall into place. I'm a pretty low stress person in general. I still don't stress too much about my future.
This is also back in the 80s. And the stress, and at least in the Philippines, we were always, it's not like here in the US where you graduate high school and you're like on your own, you know, or at least you're expected to like be able to stand on your own. In the Philippines, you graduated high school, we were still 16. We were expected to go to college, so that's, you know, several more years at home. And so I knew there was going to be college. It was just what to take in college. Horribly stressed. I had pressure from the school. I had pressure from family to be something. That what was the big question.
Okay. Let's just start off with where this documentary was going, this mini documentary. So I had this idea. I didn't know what I wanted to start with. I wanted to do something, I wanted a topic that I could be passionate about. And not that I'm passionate about school, but it's something that's always been on my mind. About my future, about what I'm doing now, about what I stress about, all that. And it's interesting to see where people stand because school is always something different for everyone. Some people like it for the social aspect. Some people don't like it because of the social aspect. Some people don't like it because it mentally drains them. And it's not what they enjoy. Some people just love learning. Out of all the people I interviewed, there's a common pattern where people are either overly stressed about school or their families pushing them to do something, or they're doing it so they can support their future family, or people were just lost and they were trying to figure out themselves because like you're in your teenage years, things like that. Okay. So I think I'm gonna read through the questions and just see whatever musters up, what comes up. After high school, I don't really have a plan. I don't really have a plan for school right now. The reason why I don't have a plan right now, it's very, very loose, is because I don't know where the future is going. I don't know where it's gonna take me. I know friends, I know people that have their lives planned out, you know, and it's either a push from themselves or a push from the school system or a push from their parents. High school as a whole is okay, you know. A lot of people don't like it because it's mentally exhausting. Some people don't like it because they have no friends. I see both sides. So I can see how you would be stressed every day because you have 3 tests that week. But at the same time, school isn't just there for learning. Like, there is a social aspect, and it's okay to just let go of the academic aspect. In all honesty, people that do finish high school, go to college, get their degree in whatever field they want to be in, a lot of the time they don't even end up getting a career based on that field. So, you know, yes, if you want, you can work really hard now in high school, but I don't know, in the long run, losing all those, you know, teenage years, being social, having fun, you're losing all that because you wanted to get at least a 98 on your test and you ended up getting a 73. Like, I don't know. I am stressed, I am worried, but I also have to know to let it go, just live. And I think that's especially important now because, I don't know, I just know I talk to my parents a lot, and I talk to my brother, and he's in his mid-20s now, and we don't talk as a lot because we're always, you know, different lives. But I remember talking to him, and he's like, don't grow up. You know, it's not fun being an adult. Just cherish your youth. And I think that's important. Live, just be happy. Like, that's what you need right now. This is the time for you to go through rough patches, go through experiences, not stay home and stress about, oh, I'm not gonna get into X medical school. For me, you know, it's kind of funny because even though I'm Asian and I have all those Asian stereotypes stuck onto me, it's not really what I go through. So you have your typical Asian stereotype that, oh, your parents are gonna beat you if you don't get good grades. You know, 99 is failing. If you don't have A's, you know, you can't be a doctor. Your parents want you to be a doctor. All of that. And none of that is really, I don't really hear that at all. I don't even hear about school in general. I mean, I can understand, you know, wanting what's best for you and pursuing in it so you're more successful in the future. But I personally don't do it, and that's why I wanted to make this documentary, because I wanted to see, yes, I have gone through a struggling period where I did not know what I wanted to do, and I was so stressed about it, and I had a lot of like panic attacks about it. And I knew at the time that a lot of my friends were going through the same thing, and they were in what I thought was that they were technically more planned out than I was. You know, they had their passion, they knew they were getting into like this field or this field. I didn't know anything. I still don't know anything, actually. I was constantly complaining to my mom and voicing my frustration that, Mom, I'm lost. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what I'm passionate in. I'm not good at anything. I don't know what to do. Like, she's like, it's your teenage years. So, you know, you'll find what you like to do. That's what high school is for. Just do as much as you can, take as much classes to find out what you like, but just relax. You don't know everything right now because you're young. And I thought that really helped me. That calmed my heart, that calmed my brain. And yes, I still stress about it, but I always remember that I can just chill out. And I think, you know, a lot of other people should too. Final thoughts, conclusion. Just live. Yeah, just don't stress. You know, life's too short. Life's too random, too unexpected to just stress. Yes, be serious, but don't be overly frustrated. You don't need that kind of stress in your life, you know? When the road you follow doesn't work out, you gotta go off track, make your own road, walk your own path. So, yeah.